I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Olympus Linear Pendant. This is the 13-1608. Other ones available too. Check them all out under our dining pendants section on our website. It's also under kitchen pendants too. There's a linear one. So let's get into details on this. There's also a sconce. Check that out too. Okay, circling back. So let's talk about the size of the fixture body itself, and that's going to be independent of what it's hanging from, which are going to be two of these telescoping rods. So the height of the fixture body, and that's going to be the bottom part, obviously, 13.9 inches high, 51.6 inches long, and has a depth of 11.3. So people are going to use this over dining tables, they're going to use it over pool tables, they're going to use it over kitchen islands, all kinds of applications for it. When we talk about overall height, now we're talking about the distance from the bottom of the fixture to the ceiling itself. It's going to encompass everything, the body and these telescoping rods. These telescoping rods, Hubbardton Forge has a patent on in the lighting industry. This one telescopes into this one, smaller one, bigger one. Where they come together is going to be called a clutch. There's a little tiny set screw right here. So during installation, you're going to be able to bring this up and down to get it where you want it to be. When you have it in place, you're going to use this little wrench. It's going to tighten a little hex nut hiding right on this clutch, and it's going to lock this into place so it can't go up and down anymore. Make sure you are there during your installation. Don't just tell the installer how high or low you want it. You want to be there to have this perfectly in line with what your needs are going to be and desires. So on from there, you see there's a pull-down menu up there. It's going to show you 3 different adjustable ranges. And remember, this is telescoping. It's going to give you your adjustability. So the short is going to be 28.1 to 44.1. Standard, the middle one is 43.1 to 77.6, and the long one is 52.6 to 81.1. Remember, that's the whole thing, bottom of fixture to the ceiling itself. If you need this to be shorter than the short or longer than the long, drop me a quick email and just say you're looking at the 13-1608 and just give me a solid number. So you would say something like 24 inches overall height or 196 inches overall height, something like that. I'm going to take your email. It's going to go through Hubbardton Forge's customs department, come back to me, and I'm going to send it off to you with a quote. It's a little more time and money, but we do customs every day because all of this is made here only about a half hour from our showroom. Okay? So after that, on the ceiling, you're going to have a canopy that's going to be 5 inches by 15.75 inches. It's going to go over a standard junction box like this one. This is what you guys should have in your ceiling. This only weighs 18 pounds, so it doesn't have any kind of weight restrictions. It can hang just from this. That canopy I can show you more details about, and how we do that is we look at the installations instructions. So if you're on the page for this on HandmadeInVermont.com, look over on this side of the screen, midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. Open it up for me. It's going to show you how everything goes together, super easy, but it's really going to show you these great detailed line drawings of the canopy, how it goes onto your junction box. Lots of important stuff there. On that canopy as well, where the canopy meets the rods, there's a knuckle right here. It's going to allow this to be slope ceiling adaptable to 45 degrees in one direction only. So that means it has to be running along the slope with 2 stems going up and not up the slope. Very important. If you want to know more about that, just contact me. You can see this bends like that, so you're going to have one here, and remember there's 2 of these, so the other one has to be parallel right next to it along the slope. That's a very important thing. Okay, moving on from there, Hubbardton Forge is using their beautiful hand-blown spheres. Lots of these, and you got how many of these? You have 5. 5 of these guys. I'll talk about opal glass later on. Inside of this, you also have what are called G9 sockets. And G9 sockets, Hubbardton Forge says, are halogen sockets, but that's not quite true. It's going to come with 5 of these, I think they're 40 watts, 40-watt halogens. And remember, you never touch a halogen bulb with your bare hands. Oils on your hands diminish the life of a bulb. Keep that in mind. That's just halogens, not LEDs. So anyway, it just snaps right in, very super easy. And remember, it's going to come with these to begin with, so you might as well use them. You can use them on any kind of dimmer. They dim beautifully, just so you know, and they give you that nice warm light. If you guys want to go LED, there's no reason why you shouldn't. All kinds of LEDs that are out there. These are cob LEDs. They look like little corn cobs, and there's even LEDs on the ends of these. There's plenty of space inside of the glass, so this is a pretty big LED in the G9 world. This is probably a 75-watt equivalent. This is probably a 60-watt equivalent, possibly 40, I'm not quite sure. It doesn't matter if it's frosted or clear because it's going to be in that opaque piece of glass. And like I said, get whatever one you want. Just Google G9 LED, and you can even do images if you want to do that. Google images, and you can see all kinds of these guys. or just go to Amazon, just as easy, and you're good to go. It's a dimmable fixture, don't forget, so if you're going to be doing dimmable LEDs, make sure you tell your installer you're going to be doing that so they put the correct dimmer on the wall. I also talk all the time about color temperature of LEDs. This is 3000 Kelvin. This is that warm white, which I love. And when you are out there in the world looking at light bulbs, either in a store or online, just remember the lower the numbers are going to be the warmer LEDs, and the higher numbers are going to be the cooler LEDs when they talk about Kelvin temperature. There's a little chart on the box here, and it's going to show you a little, what is this, little arrow right in the middle there. It's going to show you where whatever bulb you're looking at is. So don't forget, if you want the warmer light like this, go for a 3000 Kelvin. It's going to be down lower on this little spectrum. And then if you like the higher, bluer daylight, that's that whiter light, like doctor's office light. Some people absolutely love that. Go for the 4000, 5000, and you're going to be good to go. So I want to touch on Hubbardton Forge's glass for just a second. Hubbardton Forge's opal glass is not just another piece of white glass. This is actually hand-blown glass. All of their glass is hand-blown. And to begin with, it's actually a clear piece of glass to start with. And they come in, they blow a second layer on the inside of white glass. Then they come back and they do a third step where they sandblast the entire outside. So you'll notice when you get these in your hands, they actually have layers of glass on them on the ends. You can see them on these two pieces. And it gives it this really soft, semi-transparent, kind of milky quality. It's a soft glowing piece. Really, really pretty. You know, they're really obsessed about details at Hubbardton Forge, and a lot of people don't, I don't think they appreciate it out in the world, but you appreciate it because that's why you guys are here watching this video. There you go. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you're on our website, HandmadeInVermont.com, do me a favor, look over on the left-hand side of the screen. You're going to see a lot of red tabs over there. One is going to be the Finishes Help Guide. When you're done with this video, go over there and open that up for me, and you're going to see a video at the top of that page of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes and how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a color chart just below the video, so scroll down a little bit, you'll see that chart. You'll notice there are pictures that have the letter A on them, pictures that have the letter B on them, and I'm going to be talking about that range you can see in variance on there in that video, so it's really important to watch the video, use that chart. When you're done with all that, come back down to that chart. You can click on any of those pictures and see a lot more samples of Hubbardton Forge fixtures in that finish. If you want to see a bunch of stuff in dark smoke, click on dark smoke. If you want to see a bunch of stuff in vintage platinum, do the same, and so on and so on and so on. That's a great way for you to see a lot of Hubbardton Forge stuff in different finishes and really take advantage of that, okay? So our showroom in Vermont has over 350 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have a What's On display page on our website. It's going to be back in the red tabs over there. A lot of good things in that section. Check out. So when you open that up, you'll see it's all divided up into different sections like dining pendants and outdoor lighting. We're always adding to that. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. They don't even have a showroom like this. Nobody does. And they use this as their showroom when you guys come to Vermont to visit us. So lots and lots to see here. You can see all the different glass, all the different finishes, all the different fabrics, all of those things. In addition to that, we have a clearance center. So the clearance center stuff are returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. That's an amazing deal for you. If you guys want to take advantage of that, you have to come here to Vermont to see us. And when you do me a favor, measure all the kind of things about your project and what you guys are doing. So the most important thing is measure your ceiling heights to begin with. Measure distances between junction boxes and like windows and ceilings and those kind of things. So if you're looking at sconces on the wall, you can see if they're going to fit for you. If you're doing pendants over a kitchen island, measure the distances between those junction boxes. Widths of tables, kitchen tables, dining tables, lengths of tables, islands, all that good stuff. And also do a couple more things. If you guys have some tablets or iPads lying around, take pictures of all these things. Take pictures of the kitchen, take pictures of the projects you're doing. Bring that in so we can kind of go through those pictures together and we'll be able to see what you guys are up to, okay? And also the boxes and clearance stuff, are basically packed for shipping. Don't forget, these were supposedly shipped out. So the boxes tend to be on the bigger side, so bring a decent size SUV if you want to take stuff home. It's a really good opportunity for you. When you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. We're the only dealer that offers 90-day returns and no restocking fees. That's 3 months after you receive something to send it back, and there's no restocking fee on that. Some larger items and custom things, and it's usually going to be big things on pallets, are going to be non-returnable. it'll always tell you on the page for an item if that is the case. So always keep an eye out for that. And we also offer a rush program. So to get all these different metal finishes, Hubbardton Forge doesn't stock. They generally take about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. We can cut that time in half, and it's really, really inexpensive. If you want to know more about that, just drop me a quick email and I can clue you in on details, okay? So our showroom in Vermont is open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. If you want to drop a quick email, you can do that all the time. And that's going to be at sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont. Or you can call me during business hours, 802-446-2400. So thank you for stopping in today, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.